Hello and welcome to another video on Shopify Foundations to take the certification exam and be part of the Shopify partner ecosystem. So, after looking at the About Shopify or the Foundational Shopify 101, which is the Model 1, so let me click here, right, and navigate to that. But I want us to go specifically to the landing page here or the home page. Okay, the Shopify Foundation here. I already saw this, and now we're currently looking at the foundations, the introduction to cross-border selling. And here, this is part of my notes. La la la. There you got it. Okay. Again, just to make a quick recap of the cross-border selling. So, according to Insider Intelligence, this subscription-based marketing company, they have several research. One of them talk about the e-commerce sales expectations to be total in 2024 about $6.9 billion. Sorry, $6.9 trillion. So 1.7 goes to the US and the other to 3.4 goes to China. Holy F, man. So because this is a huge industry, okay, where the market capitalization or the sales expectation here is quite vast and dramatic. And also, just a side note is because, the U.S. the Federal Reserve has printed a lot of money, so it inflate the numbers vastly. In any case, so this is what Insider Intelligence Marketing Agency uh, posts on their website based on the research they did on those expectations. So cross-border selling, after all, is e-commerce across borders, commerce without borders. And to do that, if you are a merchant, well, let me get serious here. I'm gonna be serious here. So if you want to do this, you as a merchant, it will force or make you more competent, competitive, because now you have to get into a new market, an international markets. So you need to build your brand uh, as well as trust. And the way to do that is, according to Shopify, especially for the e-commerce industry, is to build a tailored buying experience for those customers, because over time it will increase not only trust but sales and revenue, as well as the customer retention, customer conversions, and ultimately have a sustainable business that when things goes wrong in that particular market, you can move your operations, which is somewhat what Apple's did in 2020 when they move out a lot of their manufacturing companies to Vietnam and Thailand. All right, so they were based in China due to the policies and regulations. So now they have to move those operations to other countries that are more business friendly. So with that example, uh, this is part of the challenge that you're going to face, especially if you uh, get into these new markets. So the process is very slow and expensive because policy change, currency fluctuates. Also, you as a merchant needs to navigate risk and how to detect fraud. And if you don't offer a unique buying experience to your customers, because buyers in any markets, the buyers' expectations in any markets are different, so they want to shop in their online They want to shop in their own language, with their own currency, with their preferred payment methods. And if you don't do that, well, your business will suffer. And also, when it comes to the international shipping, is something very, very difficult. Uh, Negotiating affordable shipping international rates without high volume is very, very difficult, especially if you want express. So despite all of this, merchants that wants to sell internationally, Shopify provide two approach. So single store approach, or AKA Shopify merchants, or the multiple store. With Shopify merchants, the benefit of this is you now provide a unique buying experience while improving that experience. So you attract more visitors using international SEO. You create this tailored buying experience for your customers. So that will increase revenue, sales, and also customers retention and customer conversions, as well as they provide you Shopify tools to make your life much more easy by allow you to translate your content manually or automatically and showing them these international buyers with their pricings, with the local currency and pricings. And also, you are able to show in your checkout all of the taxes and duties that the consumer needs to pay in order to receive that product or service. And also, for the merchant aspect, so you don't have to worry about the cross-selling operations and logistics. So Shopify take a hit from you, and there's a trade-off for that. As a merchant, I will recommend that you do your work, okay? Do your homework, learn more about that down the line. But at the beginning, well, you can delegate that to Shopify. And also, Shopify provide you management tools, so you can go with things like management risk and liabilities, and you can control all of your markets from one single admin. So you can see the performance, for example. So the way you can create this unique buying experience is by defining markets. Okay, so you have your primary market. It can be your domestic market or not, but any market where you receive the main source of income and revenue. So you create a unique buying experience for them. And also, depend on where your store is located and where your business is located, you can have access to the Shopify payment, which what it does is to automatically convert uh, pricings from the international local currency to your uh, currency, let's say USD, uh, based on the current exchange uh, market rate. So what are the things that you, so we talk about the primary market, the secondary market. Again, this is your other markets, okay? Where here you now build a customized experience for this international selling so they can buy in their own language, with their local currency, with their preferred payment method as well, and countries that you don't sell. So the way you can configure all of these settings, all of this unique buying experience, is by or is through local currencies, so pricings and currency. Okay, so Shopify payments allow you to easily convert that, so you don't have to worry about that kind of conversion. So make your life as a merchant much more easy. But of course, this is only available in a few countries. Most of the time, it's on North America, uh, Australia, Europe, some countries in Eastern Europe, uh, So yeah, this is one of the trade-off. Uh, and also here, another setting that you can configure is the domain. So now you can offer your customers the particularly domain based on their regions or a group of countries, and also recommends to redirect them to their proper region. So domains, payment methods. So now you can offer options so these international sellers can choose using their preferred payment methods. So globally, WeSec is Visa, Mastercard, American Express, Google Pay, Apple Pay, Shop Pay, which is not specific to Shopify, or their preferred payment local methods. For example, if you're in Brazil, Pix might be one of them. If you're in China, WeChat or WePay is another example. Also, you now offer a checkout which covers all of the taxes and duties that you show to the customer in order to receive that asset or that service, as well as the language. Meaning you can customize something that I mentioned before. So you can customize the you can provide tailored solution or you can provide tailored buying experience on their own language. All right. So this is all about the Shopify markets. And when I talk about it to multiple store, which is another approach, this is great for any business that want additional flexibility and customizations based on their international selling strategy. And this is the key here. So based on that international selling strategy, okay, which can be, for example, this business can provide is a hyper customized buying experience to a particular region, or they have is a product catalog per specific markets. Okay, so if this is the case, and especially if you want to recommend this, because now here we're looking at the difference between Shopify markets and the Shopify multiple store approach. So for businesses that are well established, mature, okay, which already have employees and also perhaps several physical locations. So if a business have a dedicated team for a specific market, or uh, they want to, based on the international selling strategy, they need a hyper customizable storefront. Uh, they they're more likely to, or you can recommend that this is actually a right fit for those kind of established or mature business, right? However, for other business, so for example, business that they are thinking to go internationally, or they start to take a step further in selling internationally. Sorry, sorry. Uh, yeah, they want to start selling internationally, uh, or well, they actively seeking to expand their reach, okay, by going internationally. So this is good for Shopify markets. So based on these recommendations, okay, so if you are perhaps an agency that has multiple teams that are dedicated to specific markets based on their international selling strategy, or uh, perhaps you have or you need to create a hyper customizable experience for them. You might consider is this multi-store approach, or perhaps you want to go this internationally. You want to start selling to other uh, markets, which is something that they mention here. Okay, which is this. So it's this. So if you want to generate high international traffic to their store, okay, or you're currently cross borders, or you currently sell cross border from a single store or a very small number of stores, so you're already using Shopify Market, okay, uh, or you actively seeking to expand your business internationally, Shopify Market is the way to go. Again, one of them is for hyper customizations and dedicate teams for their specific markets. Okay, but if you just want is to increase international traffic, or you're already selling cross borders in one of your store or a few small stores, or perhaps you're actively seeking to expand your business internationally, now this is for you. So the subtle difference here from Shopify Markets and multiple store approach is that so Shopify Market is the target. With Shopify Markets, you can use Shopify payments to automatically convert those local currency and pricings to a currency that you want to store of value. Okay, so target. The other is market or domain market specific. Domain market domain market specific, meaning that you can provide with Shopify Markets a particular URL based on the region, so that you can do that on the online uh, or the multiple store. You need to do that manually, so you need to add a third-party applications to do that. Also, you can manually or automatically convert all of the content much more easy on a Shopify Markets, whereas with multiple store you have to do that manually, as well as with the pricings and products. However, when it comes to staff management, which is here, now the subtle difference and the devil is in the detail. So when it comes to staff management, now Shopify multiple store allows you more granular control about who get access to, when, to which store, and that kind of thing. You can also can have that with your with Shopify Markets, but you have to now assign. You need to assign permissions to each collaborator account for that. Uh, However, with multiple store approach, you can now have much more control of that. And the other is that you have a global overview of global sales. With Shopify Market, you can see how all of these markets are performing. Whereas with multiple stores, you have to do that calculation manually. So if you have a product, if you have an inventory share across, so if you have an inventory between, so if you have an inventory uh, between markets or share between markets, this is one of the challenges for multiple store when it comes to uh, synchronize that per store. So you have to do that uh, outside of the application. And the other is that if you want to manually update themes, you have to do that per store. And also, if you have application installed uh, per store, so if you have application, you need to install them and pay them individually plus the subscription base. So this is the cost and challenge associated with the multiple store. Perhaps this might be good for example, a particular store where you need a set of applications relevant to perhaps the China markets. Okay, so you have application for translate, or you have applications that help you to increase the customer retentions in those markets, provide a coupon in those markets, uh, or any other strategy that you need or that you see fit that are needed in that particular store per market. Again, hyper quick customizations, uh, whether is per product catalog or per online store, is designed for those business, whether it's established or mature, that need to do that. All right. So, so now that I know the difference and the TLDR of all of this is that if you want to increase your international selling strategy, or if you want to increase your international traffic to your store, or you're actively now using cross-border selling in few or in one or a few stores, and you're actively seeking to expand your business internationally, Shopify Market is the right candidate for you. However, if you are a established or mature business that you need a hyper customizations based on your international selling strategy for those markets, or perhaps you have a different product catalog per specific markets, this is the approach, the multiple store approach is a right fit for you. That's it. That's it. Now, now there is also another feature called Shopify Markets Pro. Okay, and Shopify Markets Pro mentioned that yes, selling internationally is something very difficult because you have to manage is currency. Sorry, you have to manage currency, domain, language, prepaid duties, taxes, and regulations, and also provide affordable shipping for those. Uh, yeah, and also provide affordable shipping. Yeah, and also provide. Oh, well, also provide affordable shipping to your customers. So all of this is very, very hard. So Shopify Market Pros is this legal entity, it's a white labeling of legal entity called More Merchant of Records that is financially responsible for their customers. So they keep track of things or they manage things like payment received or payments liability, chargeback, refunds, sales, taxes, and this is what it does. This MRR, okay. So after all, this is our agencies or this legal entity, this middleman. That what it does is to takes compliance of the merchant plates and provide additional and affordable shipping rates using DHL Express. So this is the tools that they provide to merchants, eligible merchants. Okay. So what is the criteria here? Okay, so what is the criteria here, my friend? What is the criteria here? Mhm. Exactly. So Shopify Market is a white labeling merchants of record solutions that provide merchants tool to manage international taxes, duty complaints, fraud, foreign exchange. Mhm. So international taxes. Okay, so now this is the tools that Shopify Markets Pro offer. Okay, because this is a white labeling of the MOR, these merchants of records. It not only process payment but also hands compliance, finance, liability of payment, billing, sales, taxes, refunds, and chargeback according to Shopify. Okay, so this is what this legal entity does, right? So it takes the financial responsibility for its customers, okay, by handling compliance, finance, liability of payments, billing, sales, taxes, refunds, and chargeback. Means, okay. So by handling each one of those, all right. So by handling each one of those, okay. So this is what this legal entity called MR does for their customers. So they take financial responsibility, including is managing compliance, exactly. So managing compliance, finance, taxes, sales, refunds, chargeback, mhm, taxes, sales, liability of payments, and billing, interest in billing. Okay, billing. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Billing. Of course, my friend. So, this is what this company or this legal entity does for their customers. So, it takes financial responsibility. Exactly. It takes financial responsibility for merchants and customers by managing compliance. Okay. Managing compliance. The inner mechanism I ignoring, but I can assume up to certain point. So by managing compliance, okay, so by managing compliance, finance, billings, taxes, sales, chargeback, refunds, and liability of payments, Shopify Market is a wide labeling of this that provide merchants, in this case, they provide to merchants, okay, they provide to merchants tools to manage international taxes, okay, international taxes, duty compliance, fraud, which is one of the risks, especially when you get into these international markets. You need to navigate this, and you need to navigate risk and fraud. Okay, there's not a guarantee for that. Uh, so international tax, yeah, international tax, duty compliance, fraud, foreign exchange. Mhm. So international tax. So this is the tools that Shopify Markets Pro provides to this uh, to their merchants that are to eligible merchants. So international tax, so tool to manage international tax, duty compliance, international tax, duty compliance, uh, currencies or yeah, foreign currency, fraud, local payment methods, and cost-effective shipping. But this is the core of this. This is the core of this. So international tax. So based on your markets, okay, you need to comply. So you need to follow these regulations. So international taxes, it allows you to manage this per market or per region, per country. So international taxes, fraud detection, international markets, international tax, fraud detection, especially for those customers that want to they want to be witty. For witty customers, yeah, for witty customers. Hmm. So fraud detections, duty compliance, especially when now you need to sell your products and service to these international markets or countries. So duty compliance, foreign exchange. So you want to have an affordable rate, and so you as a merchant wants to have an affordable rate as well as provide to your customers. So you and your customers want an affordable rate. Okay, so foreign exchange, local payment methods, meaning exactly that. For example, in markets like Brazil, well, customers can choose, for example, Pix, or in China, WeChat or WePay. Okay, so local payment methods as well as affordable shipping, but in this case, you with DHL Express. Mhm. This DHL is this DHL. Okay, DHL is this German conglomerate. It's a logistic German conglomerate. Ba-ba-ba. It's a logistic, exactly. American founded. Oh, for real? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, for real? Holy F. DHL articulate. Holy F. This is a North American. My life is full of. My life is full of life. How old you? At which age you? How old do you have? How old you have when you know this? Yeah. How old you are when you know this? How old you are when you know this? Damn, some. All right. DHL Aero Express. Boy. Oh my God. A Jordan Grand Prix Formula One car with DHL paint scheme at the US Grand Prix at the Indianapolis track. Holy moly. Hmm. Headquarters for the Americas are located in Plantation, Florida, while it is Asia Pacific and emerging markets headquarters are located in Singapore, Malaysia, and Hong Kong. Because all of these countries follow ex, the export industrialization, the export oriented industrialization. This is the economy model. Right. Is the export led industrialization or export growth. Exactly. Export oriented industrialization. Export oriented industrialization. Yep. So these countries in the southeast. So this country in Southeast Asia, so Singapore, Malaysia, and Hong Kong, like this. So Singapore, Malaysia, and Hong Kong. All right. So Singapore, Malaysia, and Hong Kong. This country. Uh, they follow this economic model, exportation oriented industrialization from the 1960s to the 80s. For example, many East Asian countries had strong bearing on import from 1960 to 1980s, but they changed that. So, for example, economies like Argentina, oh man, and Latam, oh man, it's like what in the f, bitch? What in the f, my friend? So yeah, that's a good tangent to know. But DHL is this, this American founded German logistic company. American founded German logistic company. Uh, Dulce, Himmel, and Lynn, the surnames of the original company founders. Where is this? Dulce, Himmel, and Lynn. God damn. Our history. Yeah. DHL. Strict necessary only. Consent settings. Strictly necessary only. Hi there. You're visiting a Belgian DHL Express website from abroad. Please note that we can only provide information about shipping coming from and or going to Belgium. What in the F? No, we want to take a look at the history. Three ambitious businessmen from San Francisco. They initially started by transporting customer documents by air. God damn. In 1969, this year was was a very interesting year, by the way. 1969, Woodstock, ARPANET, DHL. All right, all right. There was a very interesting year, by the way. They initially started by transporting custom documents by air. As a result, the time taking for custom to process freight shipping was dramatically reduced. The first flight tends to be between San Francisco and Honolulu, but the network was later expanded to all corners of the globe. Jeez. Since 2013, DHL has been the market leader with respect to international express delivery and logistics. certified international specialist, certified international specialist. This is one of the things as mhm. So that's another reason why I'm looking at this, because just to play devil advocate here, Shopify is just giving me enough knowledge to understand their business model. That's what it do. So they provide me is enough knowledge, concept, fundamentals, tools to know about the business model. And this is something beautiful because once you are able to understand the business model and you see that business is not just one static thing or a set of fixed concepts that you need to memorize one over and over and over and over, you see the relationship, for example, here with Shopify Markets Pro, okay, where they say yes, Shopify Market Pro is a wide labeling of something called MOR, MOR, right? So merchants of records. So what is this? A legal institute that takes financial responsibility for its customers, merchants, and clients. So by managing compliance, liability of payments, taxes, sales, refunds, chargeback, uh, as well as billing. Okay, so all right, so Shopify Market Pro offer this set of tools to eligible markets to eligible merchants that they can uh, manage their international tax. Yeah, they can manage international tax. Internet they can manage so merchants can manage international tax. Yes, international tax com- uh, compliance or duty compliance. So international tax, duty compliance, foreign exchange. Uh, so merchants and customers can receive an affordable. Uh, so merchants and customers can receive a an affordable and a very good exchange rate. Okay, foreign exchange, duties and compliance. Well, in this case, compliance, because now you have to follow certain regulations based on those markets, as well as international tax. So each market, uh, aka each country or group of country regions, have a defined set of taxes and tariffs. Also, the local payment method that those customers accept and want to use to buy your product and service, the payment method, as well as shipping, as well as shipping here, as well as shipping here, as well as shipping. So there are actually six things here. So international tax, international tax, duty compliance, fraud, because they might some witty customers or merchants. Okay, so fraud detection or fraud, foreign exchange, local payment methods, as well as shipping. So that's the reason why I'm looking here at the history of shipping. All right. Okay. So that's the reason why I'm looking here at the history of shipping here. It's just to have, it's just to fill gaps in my knowledge. So especially if someone comes here and say, hey, you know what? What is DSL? What is DHL? Okay. Okay, you talk about DHL, but what is DHL? Well, is this uh, North American, German, North American company or North American founded German logistic company. Okay, DHL. So American founded German logistic company, where they begin, where they found in 1969, which was a very interesting year because ARPANET was created, Woodstock as well. So it was a very interesting year. So yeah, 1969, DHL was found to initially start transporting custom documents by air. Custom documents. When you talk about custom documents, what do you really mean? Custom clearing documents. Okay. Uh-huh. Importing and exporting, exactly. So custom clearance or custom document is this list of given goods that are being imported or exported. Okay, custom documents. Okay, the TLDR is that this list of good that has been imported or exported. Interesting. So the whole point of this is to understand uh, this DHL, at least the basic, uh, to know what is this all about, especially why you're learning in Shopify. What is the end goal of learning Shopify? And plain devil advocate here is you need to know the business model, my friend. You need to know is how all of these business operations, the tools, the content has been created over time, so you can decide to continue here, dedicate all your energy and attention to this particular business, all right? Or you once you have all of so once you acquire all of these skills for this business, now you perhaps want to find or create a new one, okay? And then comes here with the some kind of law like the non-competitive non-competition law after a couple of years, the NDN agreement, blah blah blah. And this is more like in the policymakers that they want to have control here. But in any case, at the beginning, right? Yes, you will have now a wire understanding of why you're doing in this. So what you're doing, all of the things, where it comes from, and also very important, what is the value that you can get from this and apply to your life and share with others. So the value that I'm getting here from the Shopify, the Shopify Markets Pro, is understand couple approach, or particularly in the cross-border selling, is to understand couple approach, challenging concepts relevant to selling internationally. How Shopify provide this options or approach, which model you can choose, depend of your business needs, that kind of thing. And understand is what are the tools that they offer. For example, in the Shopify markets, the multiple store approach, or the Shopify Markets Pro, what is the benefit? What is the value that you can get as a merchant from each one of them based on your needs? That's the entire goal of this. So, as a merchant, okay, what is the entire value, or what is the value that I can get based on my particular category, right? So, based on my business size, according to Shopify, and in order to have more understanding and to have uh, yeah, in order to have a in order to understand and have in order to manage these vast ecosystems, uh, you put labels where merchants can fall in, right? So you have is, and again, yeah, okay, putting labels to people is not a good idea because we are not proud of the labels, that kind of thing. However, once I recognize that, when it comes to the business, when it comes to provide value, to exchange value, it is important to label them, to segment them based on their business needs and size. So Shopify describe this with pre-sellers, which are the new kid in the block. Okay, so pre-sellers, the new kid in the block. So it's starting with their business and with Shopify. Uh, so they might go in with their business part time, or this is a side hustle for a lot of people. And then we have these sellers that now have dedicated quite amount of time to the platforms. They start to build connections and customer base. And this represents, according to Shopify, the vast majority of merchants. Important to know. So this represents the vast majority of merchants based on their GMV, gross merchandise value. So these merchants now they're more serious about their business. They are full time. They don't have employee, but they start to sell online or in person. Okay, and then you have the established, which are holding their own. Some of them are self-sustaining, and this kind of business are looking new ways to grow their business. Okay, and then you have this mature, which are well established, large business with employees, and also perhaps some physical locations that are performing at the top of Shopify, and they need another platforms like, for example, Shopify Plus. So this label here, okay, which is a good framework in where we can operate, meaning in where we can now exchange values, so identify their customers' needs, the merchants' needs, and then recommend what is the good product based on their selling strategy, needs. So this is the reason why I'm looking here, the cross-border selling, the introduction, all right? So this is the introduction to cross-border selling. Holy moly. The introduction. The introduction, my friend. This is just the introduction. Holy F. So yeah, they provide us this three approach, or this two approach. This Shopify Markets, multiple stores, also describe what is the benefit of each one of them, the subtle difference, as well as how you can recommend this to merchants based on their international selling strategies and their needs, and how you can now look at the Shopify Markets Pro, which takes compliance off the merchant's plates while providing tools for affordable shipping. So with Shopify Markets, which only eligible merchants can access to that, can apply to this, Shopify Markets Pro, which is a wide labeling of more merchants of records, which is a financial institution that takes, it's a legal entity that takes financial responsibility for their customers and manage is compliance, taxes, sales, billings, payment of liabilities, chargeback, and refunds. Okay, so Shopify Market is a wide leveling office that provide is tools to merchants so they can manage international tax, local payment methods, fraud, foreign exchange. So merchants and customers can receive a good exchange rate. The duty compliance, as well as affordable shipping. Mhm. As well as affordable shipping, my friend. Affordable shipping. All right. Okay. Okay. So, and affordable shipping with DHL, and DHL is a company a North American, it's a North American founded, it's a North American founded German logistic in 1969, and they initially start by transporting. Interesting. So they initially start by transporting custom documents. So they initially start by exporting custom documents, a list of goods that have been imported or exported. So custom documents by air. This is very, very interesting. Okay, and this is now talk about is uh, in the business aspect and the scalability of business. All right, this is something very, very interesting. By the way, first because the year, okay, Woodstock, ARPANET. So you have the defense as well as the cultural, so the military, cultural. It was a very interesting year, not only in the U.S. but also in other part of uh, the world. 1969, and also a very, very, very sound like, and a very, very uh, interesting and a very, very intimacy number. 969, and also, all right, and also, and also, providing couriers, package delivery. So this is it. Okay. So this was very, very interesting, by the way. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so because certain merchants can be apply for this, how you can apply? It's like how you can be eligible for this. Mhm. Du- 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 du. All right. Eligible criteria, exactly. So Shopify Markets Pro is an early access release with plans to provide broader availability throughout 2023 to save time and ensure merchants can benefit from it. Confirm they meet the requirement. But again, in 2023, the availability, okay. So this is a new feature, okay? And this is a new feature. This is an early, this is an early release. Yep. So this is an early release. So this is an early release available in 2023. Exactly. So this is an early release available in 2023 to save time and ensure merchants can benefit from it. So this is eligible criteria. Who is the right fit for Shopify Market? Who is the right fit? Uh, who is the right? Yeah, who is the right fit? Who is the right fit for Shopify? Yeah, who is the right fit for Shopify Markets Pro? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, yeah. Who is the right fit for Shopify Markets Pro? Of course, the U.S. It's like no, your store must be based in the United States. Mm-hmm. Uh, Based in the U.S. Use Shopify payment. Use Shopify payment. Of course, this is to promote. This is first based on this local or US, which is business friendly. Use Shopify payment. You must rely on their particular platform tool meets the prohibit and restrict items requirement. Meets the prohibit means the prohibit or restrict uh, items require. Must be guns. There must be guns. Must be what? It's most like this tax excise tax on guns, gasoline, gunpowder, drugs. It's like so meets the prohibit and restrict items requirements. Meets the prohibit and restrict items requirements. Uh, Meets the market pro shipping requirement. Meets the market interesting. Meets the market's pro shipping requirement. Meets the market pro shipping requirement. Okay. Interested in having a merchant of record. Interest in okay. Interest because after all this is a legal entity that is taking financial responsibility. Okay. So in interest in having a merchant of record. Interest in interest interested interested in having a more merchant of records. A merchant of records is legal entity. Merchant of record. Okay. Merchant. Okay. uh, does not use the global e app. It's incompatible with the global market. Do not use global e app. Do not does not use the global. Okay, does not use the global e app. It is incompatible with Market Pro. Okay, it is incompatible with Market Pro. Okay, so this is the eligible criteria. How does Shopify Markets Pro benefits merchants? The Shopify Markets Pro include all features and benefits of Shopify Markets, with additional features that simplify the compliance and liability associated with international payments. The compliance and liability associated with international play. Again, Shopify Markets Pro include all features and benefits of Shopify Markets. with additional features that simplify the compliance and liability associated with international payments. So it's additional features that simplify the compliance and liability associated with international payments. Compliance and liabilities associated with international payments. It is easy. Market Pro removes much of the financial and legal hassle that gets in the way of global expansion. Brands can focus on selling instead of administration and accounting. Mhm. Instead of administration and accounting, even though this is something crucial that any business must have control, my friend. Administration and accounting. It is accessible. Market Pro provide tools previously reserved for enterprise business, regardless of the Shopify plan. A merchant is on global sales are within reach. Market Pro is a self-serve product. A brand can sell into new countries overnight without needing to negotiate multi-year contracts or rely on external IT teams for integration. So meaning we are not required for doing that. However, or they're going to reduce costs here. They want to reduce costs by hiring these external IT teams, but they need someone that actually knows about Shopify. So Shopify Market. So this is the benefits. How does Shopify Market benefits merchants? How does Shopify Markets? Yeah, how does Shopify Markets uh, benefit merchants? How does Shopify Markets Pro benefit merchants? Like this. So it includes all of the Shopify, because this is a title here. So Shopify Market feature plus uh, features that simplify compliance, features that simplify compliance, 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 and legal and liabilities, compliance and liabilities. Compliance and liability associated with. So it simplifies compliance because it takes the compliance off the merchant's plates while providing is affordable shipping methods and the liabilities associated with international sales. And the international selling and liabilities associated with international payments. Liabilities associated with international payments, like fraud, foreign exchange, which is this exactly. So like administration and accounting, like administration and accounting. Okay. So like administration and accounting. Fraud, foreign exchange, FX, or foreign exchange, international, exactly. So administration and accounting, international tax, duties, okay, duties, duty compliance, exactly. So like international tax, duty compliance, something that I already mentioned here. International tax, uh, fraud, foreign foreign exchange, mhm, international tax, fraud, foreign exchange. International tax, fraud, yeah, international tax, fraud, foreign exchange. Mm, international tax, fraud, foreign exchange, local payment methods, and shipping. So this is example of these liabilities of international payment, international tax. I already mentioned compliance, but international tax, fraud, foreign exchange, and local payment methods and shipping. Hmm. Okay, okay. It's a self-serve product, rapid expansion. Shopify Markets Pro enable merchants to expand to 1 or 150 markets internationally. With Market Pro acting as a merchant of records, merchants can instantly start selling without worry about complexity of selling into new countries. Rapid expansion. Mhm. So rapid expansion, because this is also something that it provides. This is another benefits of doing this. So rapid expansion, checkout localization, extend payment method, offer and extend suite of payment methods for extra conversion power at checkout. Guarantee duties, calculate accurate duties and import taxes at checkout with automatic custom code classification. No reconciliation or remittance required. Fulfillment and shipping. Mhm. So rapid expansion, checkout localization, fulfillment and shipping, liability management. So this is the correct. That's right. This is the benefits. So rapid expansion. Okay, so rapid expansion, checkout localization, checkout localization, checkout localization, fulfillment and shipping, fulfillment and shipping, fulfill fulfillment and shipping, liability management, liability management. That's right. So liability management. Hmm. Okay, so rapid expansion. Okay, so rapid expansion. Since Shopify Market Pro, exactly, since Shopify Since Shopify Markets Pro enables, so since Shopify Market Pro enables merchants to start selling, enables merchants to expand to one or from one to over 150 markets, or they call this like this, 150 plus to 150 plus, come on, really, to 150 plus markets internationally. Okay, internationally with exactly. So merchants, exactly, with Shopify Markets Pro enabled to expand 100 from 100 to 1, enabled to expand from 1 to 100 plus markets internationally. With Market Pro acting as a merchant of records, merchants can instantly start selling without worry about complexity of selling into new countries. Okay? So with merchant of record, with exactly with merchant of record, with Shopify, which is after all that. So with Shopify Markets Pro acting, because after all this is a wide labeling of more merchant of record, okay, merchant of record, merchant of records. So now merchants here, so merchants can instantly, so merchants can, exactly, so merchants can instantly selling without worrying about this is, so merchants can instantly selling without worrying about, without worrying about without worrying about the complexity or the legal complexity, because after all is this, the complexities, without worrying about the complexity of selling. Merchants can easily selling without worry about the complexity of selling international into new countries. Into new countries. So exactly. So because this MOR, okay, this legal entity, which takes financial responsibility of their customers, managing compliance, taxes, managing compliance, taxes, billing, liability of payments, sales, chargeback, and refunds. So Shopify Market is a white labeling of this, right? So they provide tools to merchants like international tax. So they provide tools to manage international tax, fraud, local payment, local payments, foreign exchange, uh, compliance, duty compliance, as well as affordable shipping. So this is the 6 tools that I don't know how they do that. All right, I don't have a physical or mental image of that, but allegedly these are the tools they provide according to the Shopify Partner Program. Okay, So according to the Shopify Partner Program, they provide this set of tools to eligible merchants that are based in the US, use Shopify payments. They meet the requirements of restrict or prohibit items. Uh, yeah, they meet the requirements of Market Pro shipping. Okay, and they have an interest in having a this legal entity, this more merchants of record, and there is not, and they don't use something called a global e app. Okay, so this global e app, I don't know what in the F does it mean. By the way, I don't know what in the F does it mean. Global e app. Ah, all right. Okay. Only F. Global E. Ah. Okay. Interesting. Your global shop now. Oh. And okay, I get it. Localized browser, localized checkout, global logistic, marketing insight, and risk management. Ooh. What is the right solution for you? Global E Pro Enterprise or partners and integration. DHL, Facebook, BigCommerce. Ah, holy hell. All right. Oh my God. Yeah, they want to. Holy F. Holy F. Smart Solution, Global E Enterprise, Global E Pro. Of course. Smart Cross Border TM for emerging brands. Oh my God. Interesting. Local and alternative payment methods. Guaranteed duties and tax circulation. Multiple shipping. Of course, they want to take that. Yeah. Oh, they want to compete in this landscape. Yeah. They want to compete in this landscape. Interesting. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So they want to compete here in this landscape. All right. Okay, that's one of the reasons why they don't tell. Okay, that's one of the reasons they say no. Global E is not compatible with Shopify Market Pro, my friend. So you better not use that. Use our own solution, which is oriented to our platform. I get it. I get it. I get it. So, all right. So they want to. Okay, they interpret. They don't want to make that to interpret. So they want to reduce the interoperability with their competition. I get it. I get it. I get it. I f getting it. That's one of the reasons why they put this as one of the requirements, or this eligible criteria to use Shopify Market Pro. US based, US based. You use Shopify payments, so use all of our tools relevant to our platform. Okay, you must be on the US. So based in the US, Shopify platforms meet the requirements for prohibit and restrict items to sell, as well as the Shopify Pro shipping requirements. Okay, as well as the Shopify Pro shipping requirements. You also must have interest in, and you must also have interest is because this, mhm, they took this, okay, because after all, this is a legal entity here. Oh my God. Boost your global sales starting new week. Hmm. Okay. So you must have an interest. You must have interest in having a merging of record, this legal entity that is a fine. This legal entity which takes financial responsibility for its customers. Okay, by managing its compliance, taxes, li- payment liability, or payment of liability, billings, uh, com- uh, compliance, something I mentioned. So compliance, taxes, billing, sales, payment of liabilities, chargeback and refunds. All right. Interesting. Very, very interesting. And because with Shopify Markets Pro, the benefit is that you, as a merchant, you're going to receive all of the Shopify Market features, uh, plus uh, managing complaints. Okay, so it simplifies uh, compliance and liability in international payments. Okay, so meaning when you start using Shopify Markets Pro, you can start sell from 1 to 150 plus countries. Uh, and because Shopify Merchants Pro acts as an MRR, you don't need to worry about the complexity of selling in new countries. Okay, so it abstracts the complexity of selling in new countries, or it simplifies the complexity of cross-border selling or selling in new countries. Checkout localization, which is this checkout localization. Checkout localization, extended payment methods. Yeah, extended payment methods. Extended payment methods. Extended payment methods. And guaranteed duties. Calculate accurate duties and import taxes. Extend payment methods. So offer extend suite of payment method for extra conversion. Exactly. So extended payment methods. So offer a okay. It offer a broad or it offer an extended suite of payment methods. Suite of payment exactly. It offer an extended suite of payment methods. Okay. For extra conversion, conversion, for extra conversion power at checkout. And here, this is the reason of uh, extra conversion, the extra conversion power at checkout, because now it extend the suite of payments that international customers can go with. All right, so it increased the conversion rate. This is the reason of how you can increase the conversion rate by offering is several payment methods that you can offer. Okay, and this is one of the areas in which platforms like this. so Shopify platform kind of thing. Uh, mhm. This is something beautiful because this kind of platform, this kind of solutions is now looking opportunities across borders. Why am I saying this? Because especially when you live in countries like Venezuela or any of Latin countries or countries that don't allow you to, so don't give access or the access to the payment methods to access to the exchange of goods and service uh, because okay because in those countries, okay, Latin, Southeast Asia, uh, or even in Eastern Europe, in those countries, if you don't provide a wide range of payment methods that they can go with, the exchange of value, the transactions, the exchange of goods and service across the internet cannot happen. Meaning, so yes, you might sell custom. How do you say that? Uh, you might sell custom. Okay, you might sell custom. Mhm. So you might sell perhaps a course. Okay, so you might sell a course, a product, something that provide value to others. Okay, so for example, and this is something very, 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 very interesting and important here, is to I pay to get access to a boot camp, something called the Zero to Mastery Academy, right? So that course or that online academy, the promise was, well, I go as long as you pay this membership and you dedicate time and energy to learn this and to provide value to others, this is the exchange here. This exchange back in 40, 30 years ago, you need to go to the particular place, a physical location, a university, a local library, a school, high school, you name it. But now, you can do this in your own place, in your home. So the challenge here is that, well, you can now have access to this information at a fractionary price, or at a cost of a fraction of fraction of cost, or a cost fraction. How do you say that? So cost fraction at a fraction of the cost. hmm What is this? A fraction of the cost. A fraction of the cost, which is here. So you can now have access. So you can get access to this knowledge, skill at a fraction of the cost, and then you can start providing value, aka solving someone else's problems using this skill set, particular skill set, a specialized skill set. And then down the line, you can now expand your skill set. So this is very, 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 very interesting. What happened here in the 21st century? All right. So a lot of these gatekeepers that you might find online, uh, or that you find in this physical and geographic, and most of the time the physical locations. Okay, uh, now the internet has fade away that barrier. You know, however, however, the responsibility is now up to you. It's up to you. Yeah, the responsibility is up to you. Is that if you're going to dedicate time, energy, and attention to this, you first better do that. You schedule that. You do that with an intention and a goal, and down the line, speak to translate and write to understand, which is something that I do here, and speaking. So now you can put that at test. So that knowledge that you have absorbed, you put that at test, and then start to solve someone else's problem in the internet. And this is just level one, because then you need to create your own personal brand, my friend. Oh, that's different, my friend. And that's different, my friend. And that's different, my friend. Okay. So the entire, so that was a huge, okay. There was a huge tangent, but it was just to describe that what is Shopify Pro. This it recognizes the challenge of international sales, that you need to manage international taxes, or that you need to manage is compliance, local currencies, taxes, uh, compliance, and prepaid duties is quite the same, as well as shipping, uh, and make it affordable. And you need to do that per market, per country. So Shopify Pro simplified this process by text the complying of the merchant's plates and provide is affordable shipping options. So the tools that it offers to merchants is that since Shopify Market Pro is a white labeling merchant of record, this a legal entity that act or is a legal entity which financially responsible, yeah, much like financially responsible, like what, like uh Murdoch, mm, 2008 bubble, Lehman Brothers. So Lehman Lehman Brothers, like this. It was defunct, my friend. It was defunct, my friend. It was defunct, my friend. Holy F. Henry Lehman. Yeah, like Lehman Brothers. Nomura Holdings. What is this? This some sort of Japanese Nomura Holdings, a principal member of the Nomura Group, which is Japan's largest investment bank. Oh my God! As well as Lehman Brothers investment banking and equity business in Europe and Middle East. The deal became effective on October 13, 2008. A son of a Jewish cattle merchant. Jewish. The Jews is emigrated to the United States from Rimpar, Bavaria. He settled in the Montgomery, Alabama, where he opened a dry goods store, H. Lehman, in 1847, following the arrival of his brother Emmanuel Lehman, and first became H. Lehman and Bro. With the arrival of their youngest brother, Mayor Lehman. In 1850, the firm changed its name again and Lehman Brothers was found. Jewish cattle merchant. During 1850, cotton was one of the most important crops in the U.S. Of course, we're talking about is before the or during the Civil War. Mhm. Exactly. Facing difficulties as a result of the Civil War, then firm teamed up with a cotton merchant named John Durr to form Lehman Durr and Co. Following the war, the company helped finance Alabama reconstructions. The firm's headquarters were eventually moved to New York City, where it helped found New York Cotton Exchange. Holy F! So they create markets. Oh my F! 18 cent. You know what? You know what? You know what is required to create a market? It is boss, bro. It's metal ornament to create that. Commodifying the crops, Emmanuel sat at the board of governors until 1884. Lehman became a member of the Coffee Exchange as early in 1883, of course, because now they know the logistic involved in that. Damn, son. Damn, son. Following Philip Lehman retirement in 1925, his son Robert Booby took over head of the firm. The company weathered the capital crisis of the Great Depression by focusing on venture capital while the equities market recovers. In 1924, John M. Hancock became the first non-family member to join the firm, followed by Monroe C. Gutman and Paul Masur, who became partners in 1927. In 1928, the firm has moved to its 1 William Street location. In 1930, Lehman unrolled the initial public offering. Oh my God! Of the first television manufacturer, Dumont Laboratories. Okay, here we go. Okay, Lehman on the road, the IPO of digital. Holy F! Lehman on the road, the IPO of the Digital Equipment Corporation. Later, it arranged the acquisition of Digital by Compaq. Okay, so the thing is that we are now. This is the real owners, my friend. This is the real owners. Rise of mortgage origination, 1997-2006. Lehman was one of the first Wall Street firms to move into the business of mortgage orientation. That's one of the reasons why, especially when you're learning a certification, you need to know is why. First and second is the business model. So what is the exchanging value here? Lehman bought Colorado-based lender Aurora Loan Service and All-Aid lender in 2000 to expand their mortgage origination pipeline. Lehman purchased West Coast subprime mortgage lender BNC Mortgage LLC. Lehman quickly became a force in the subprime market. By 2003, Lehman made 18.2 billion in loans and ranked third in lending. In 2004, then this number topped 40 million. Mhm. Mortgage origination, of course. If you want to collect all of this money and the people is not paying you massively, you're not able to return that investment. Okay. It's because they're getting into the business of credit. Oh shit. Nomura acquisition, financial fallout, ongoing litigation. As January 2016, Lehman paid more than 105 billion to its unsecured creditors. In addition, JP Morgan will pay 1.42 billion in cash to settle a lawsuit against JP Morgan of draining Lehman Brothers liquidity right before the crash. The settle will permit another 1.40 Jesus for 1.4096 billions to be paid to creditors and a separate 76 million deposit. The brokerage unit of Lehman Brothers completely its liquidation process on September 28, 2022 after paying out over 150 billion to its customers and creditors over the course of 14 years. 14 years. That's December 2022. Lehman Brothers operations were being administered by PricewaterhouseCoopers, which expect to complete the administration process no early than 2025. Oh shit. Oh shit. Mhm. Holy F. Okay, all of this was because I was looking at Lehman Brothers, and especially if these legal institutes which act interesting. This legal institute or this legal entity, MOR, which act, which it takes financial responsibility, like Lehman Brothers. But in any case, it takes financial responsibility for it is for its customers to manage is compliance, tax, billing, sales, uh, payment of liabilities, chargeback, and refunds. So this is this legal entity. So yeah. Um, so Shopify Pro Markets is a white labeling of this, and they provide you tools uh, as a merchant to manage international sales, prepaid duty, or international tax, prepaid duty, or payment, local payment methods, foreign exchange, fraud, and affordable shipping using DHL. So the benefit of this is that you as a merchant, you don't have to worry about the complexity of international selling or the complexity of selling in new countries because Shopify Market Pro act as this legal entity, the, the MRR, the merchants of records. Okay, and it takes the or it simplifies the compliance as well as international payment uh, method or international payment process. So once you are eligible as a merchant, you first need to be based on the US. You must use Shopify payments. You meet the requirements. You meet the requirements for prohibit or restrict items as well as the Shopify Market Pro shipping. and you must have some interest in getting a MOR, this legal entity, and not use the competition, which is the global e-payments, okay, because it's not compatible with that. So if you're eligible, okay, the benefit is that, well, you can start to expand your reach, or uh, increase or expand to new market faster. Okay. Also, you have a checkout localization, which by providing is their preferred and extend preferred payment method to the local currency, you increase conversions rates at checkout. Mhm. You increase conversion rates at checkout, and you offer guarantee duties, and you calculate accurately accurately you calculate accurate. Okay, so you calculate accurate. Mhm. So you calculate accurate duties and taxes. Okay, you calculate duties and import taxes. Okay, you calculate accurate duty and import taxes at checkout, which automatic custom code classification, but is this. So you calculate accurate duties and import taxes. That's right. So you calculate accurate duties and import taxes at checkout with automatic custom code classification. Exactly. You do that at checkout with automated custom code classification. Custom code classification. No reconciliation or remittance requires. Interesting. No reconciliation or remittance require. Remittance. What in the F means remittance? Remittance. Okay. Remittance. No reconciliation or remittance require. Fulfillment and shipping. Fulfillment and shipping. Okay, so fulfill, fulfillment, and no, how do you say it? You fulfillment. Okay, is fulfillment and shipping, like this. Fulfillment and shipping. Express duty prepaid shipping with negotiated rates. Integrate commercial invoice with checkout to tap into custom documentations management, efficient custom clearance and negotiated rates. So express duty prepaid. So integrate commercial invoice with checkout to tap into custom documentation management. Okay, so here you integrate commercial invoice with checkout to tap into custom documentation management, efficient custom clearance, and negotiated rates. Efficient custom clearance and negotiated rates. But again, you can integrate commercial invoice with checkout. Integrate commercial invoice with checkout. Okay, which is something that is not doing behind the scenes. Okay, with checkout to tap into custom documentation management. To tap into custom documentation management, efficient custom clearance. If this is interesting, it's like you didn't include the invoice. What? Integrate commercial invoice with checkout. Integrate custom. Yeah. The custom documentation management. Efficient custom clearance. Efficient custom clearance. Efficient custom clearance and negotiated rates. And negotiated rates. Okay. Liability management. Liability management. Liability management, international tax and duty compliance. Okay, this is liability management. We're talking here is the benefits, broadly and then specific. So yes, the benefit of using Shopify Market Pro, it comes with all of the features of Shopify Markets, and Simplify is the compliance and international payments. Uh, yeah, an international payment or and liabilities associated with international payment. Exactly. So this is the benefit that you can get when using Shopify Market as a merchant. Okay, plus plus the Shopify Markets benefit. Okay, so yeah, the Shopify Market benefits of this. Okay, plus it simplifies the compliance and the liabilities of international payments. And liability international payments here is international tax and duty compliance. Okay, liability management, international tax and duty compliance, liability management. No, is this exactly liability management, international tax and compliance, international tax and compliance. Compliance. Okay. And compliance of low international tax filing, registration, and remittance. Okay, of low international, of low, of low international tax and remittance. Tax filing, registration, and remittance. Tax filing. This is quite annoying. Tax filing. Okay. Tax filing of low international tax filing, registration and remittance. Okay. So international tax and compliance, restriction management, adjust the product catalog for each market to automatically remove items. Just this, adjust the product catalog for each restriction management. Adjust the product catalog for each management. Remove items with import restriction in certain countries. Okay, it's more refined here. Adjust the product catalog for each market. Adjust the product catalog for each market to automatically remove items with import. to automatically remove remove items remove items with import reduction or import restriction in certain countries. So you adjust the product catalog for each market to automatically remove items from to automatically remove items with import restrictions. Argentina, Brazil, and a lot of the Latin countries, or China, or the US. Okay, but you can now adjust the product catalog for each market. Okay, so you can adjust the product catalog for each market by removing items with import restrictions uh, in certain countries. In certain countries. Yep. Restriction management, fraud protection, fraud protection. So they provide you a feature for that. Again, this is now dealing with this liability management. Part of the benefit when going with Shopify Markets Pro. Okay, the additional market features plus simplify the compliance, okay, as well as liabilities of payment, yeah, as well as the liability, as well as the payment, mhm, as well as the payment, li- Jesus, as well as the liability of payment of international payments. And those liabilities are, well, the international tax and compliance. So you don't have to worry about that. So offloading international tax filing, registration, and remittance. So it offload that. Restriction management at the product catalog. So you can now specify products to expose automatically in particular countries or remove items with imported restrictions per specific countries. Brazil, Argentina, some China, US. All right. Fraud protection. Tap into multiple fraud platforms that ensure merchants are protected when fraud does occur on international orders. And guarantee foreign exchange. And guarantee foreign exchange. A guarantee for foreign exchange. Avoid the financial risk of currency change of refunds volatility by having exchange rates underrated. So pricing. So Market Pro is currently in early access with per transaction fee of 6.8. So of course 6.5% inclusive of payment processing fees. An additional 2.5% currency conversion rates that is offset to the buyer through product prices. That is offset. This fee is charged to international order only and doesn't apply to domestic order. Of course. Uh, mhm, at the end of the day, the end user is the ones who are gonna pay for them. Never forget that. Never forget that. International strategy. So they have already entering a few key markets and want to start improving conversion there, there before entering new markets. Organizational structure. They already expand. So this is the pricing here. Okay, but how much it gonna cost me? Okay, now that I know all of these benefits, you have taught me beautiful things about this. Let's go to chase. How it's gonna cost me? Uh, Early access with a per transaction fee of 6.5%. Mm-hmm. So pricing, Jesus, it's like pricing. Okay, so pricing. Uh, exactly, pricing. Okay, so pricing. Well, with pricing here, per transaction 6.5 exactly. Per transaction 6.5% per transaction inclusive of payment processing fee, inclusive payment processing fees, okay, inclusive of payment processing fee, an additional of 2.5 currency conversion rates, an additional of 2.5% of currency exchange. Okay, so pricings one 6.5% per transaction and 2.5% of currency exchange. And 2.5 currency conversion and an additional 2.5 currency conversion fee. 2.5 currency conversion fee that is offset to the buyer through product pricing. That is offset to the buyer. That is offset to the buyer through product prices. Through product prices. Product prices. 2.5 of the currency conversion fee that is offset to the buyer through product price. Shopify Markets or Shopify Markets Pro. Okay, this is not too eligible to understand. So the TLDR of all of this, okay, is that once you know all of the benefits, so once you know what is the Shopify Pro Markets, okay, uh, as well as what are the benefits, what really are this Shopify Market, which is a white labeling of MOR. What is an MOR? A legal entity that provide finance, which that provides financial, a legal entity that provide financial responsibility for their customers and while managing compliance, taxes, sales, refunds, chargeback, payment of liabilities, billing. So Shopify Markets is a white labeling of this, which provide merchants with tools like uh, manage their international taxes, fraud protections, uh, yeah, fraud protections, payments of or payment methods, local payment methods, foreign exchange. So this is the set of things that Shopify Markets Pro provide. Okay, so international taxes. So manage international taxes. prepaid duties. Meaning is that you're gonna show all of the import taxes here, like when they mention here, okay, in this. So you're gonna these prepaid duties. So you're gonna calculate accurate. So you calculate accurate duties and import taxes at checkout, okay, and offer and extend payment methods, uh, foreign exchange, fraud protections, and affordable shipping. Okay, so this is the things that Shopify Markets Pro provide, and it's trying to show me as a Shopify partner what is the benefit and what is the tools that merchants on their daily day basis or on the day-to-day basis they're going to interact, which is international taxes, international. They're gonna manage international tax, fraud management, fraud management, uh, payment methods, prepaid duties. So it calculate accurate import taxes and duties at checkout, foreign exchange, and affordable shipping rates. So the benefit of this, okay, is that well, by using this Shopify Markets, it includes all of those features plus simplify the compliance and liabilities of international payment. You know, like liabilities of international payments. So things like abstract the complexity of start to so by extract the complexity of compliance of start to selling into new markets with this MOR, okay, as well as so by extracting, okay, so by offering you is the so by allowing merchants to create so by allowing merchants to expand their business internationally, relying on the MOR, this legal entity. Okay, so they can choose from 1 to 150 countries that merchants can go with, as well as the checkout locations or checkout localization, meaning that it extends the payment options that customer can choose, increasing the conversion rates, as well as calculate accurate, something that I mentioned, calculate accurate tax and import duties and import taxes at checkout, as well as the fulfillment and shipping and liability management, such as international taxes and duty complaints. So it offload the international tax filing. Okay, so it offload the international tax filing, registrations, and remittance, as well as the rest, as well as the countries where you can offer your product catalog and remove items based on import restrictions per specific markets, fraud detection tools, as well as guarantee foreign exchange. So you may wonder, okay, what is going to cost me? Before that, you need to meet an eligible criteria, meaning you must be on the US, you must use Shopify payments, you must meet certain requirements uh, to not sell, restrict, or sorry, uh, you must meet requirements. You must meet the requirements to not sell. You must meet the requirements here, or meet is another way. Meets the prohibit and restrict items requirements, as well as market pro shipping. Okay, so meet regulation, meet prohibits or restrict items in Shopify Pro and Markets Pro shipping requirements. You also must willing to have an MOR, this legal entry, merchants of records, and not use global E, which is not compatible with this. So now, once you meet this criteria, well, it will charge 6.5% per transaction, and that includes is the processing fee, as well as 2.5 per, as well as 2.5 for conversion rates. 2.5 of currency conversions fee that is offset to the buyer product, that is offset to the buyers through product prices. So okay, so once I look at the Shopify Market Pro, Shopify Market or Shopify, yeah, Shopify Market or Shopify Markets Pro. Okay, there's a few common reasons that merchants will opt for merchants with pro features, because once you know the challenge as well as the solution, uh, particularly with this Shopify Market Pro, once you know the problem they try to solve, the solution, how the solution works, what is their benefits, their pricing, interesting how they're doing is this. Okay, so once you know the problem, the problem, solutions, mechanism, mhm, the problem, solutions, mechanisms, benefits, benefits, okay, the problem, solutions, mechanism, solutions, solutions, exactly, solutions, mechanism, or aka how, aka how, right? AKA how. The solutions, the problem, they start with a Y, AKA hmm the problem, AKA Y, the solution mechanism, AKA how, the benefits, as well as the pricing, okay, as well as the pricing. Now it is time to look at the appliance, okay, or the recommendations or use case, okay. So now I'm looking at the use case. It's like, okay, all right, cool, awesome, awesome. Question, my friend. Question. Question is that recommendation or use case, which is this. Once you know the problem, solutions, mechanism. Solution mechanism, benefits, pricing, use case. You can start to solve problems. So once you know the problem, solution mechanism, benefit, pricing, and use case, you can start to solve, you can start to provide a service based on that. So a few common reasons a merchants will opt for markets without pro features, and without pro feature is international strategy, organizational structure. They have already expanded with the multiple markets and have team in house that supports global compliance. An average order value. So this is the use case for Shopify. So this is the use case for Shopify. Exactly. So this is the use case for Shopify Pro. The Shopify Markets or Shopify Markets Pro. The Shopify is the Shopify Market Pro or Shopify Market or Shopify Market Pro. If you have, okay, if you have, exactly, if you have team in house that support global compliance, so if you have teams in house that support global compliance, low average order value, so the buyers might be sensitive to express shipping costs, low average order value, low average order value. So the buyers might be sensitive to express shipping costs. So buyers are sensitive to shipping costs, or they have already entering a few key markets and want to start improving conversion there. Exactly. Or uh, you already enter in a new market and wants to or wants and want to start exactly and want to start by improving customer conversion or conversion rates, improving customer conversions before entering a new market. Before entering a new market. So you can do this like this. So if you got teams in how to support global compliance, you prefer to stick with Shopify Markets. On low average order volumes, so buyers are sensitive to shipping, so low average order volumes. So low average order volumes, order value order. Revenues and number of orders. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Average order value. Revenue divided by the number of orders. Okay. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Mm-hmm. Interesting. low average low average order volume. Low average order values. Low average order values here. Exactly. So low average order value means revenue divided by the number of orders. If you have a low average order values, so buyers are sensitive to ship costs. So you better not go in with Shopify Markets Pro. Or if you're already entering a new market and you want to start by improving customer conversions before entering into a new market. So with that, okay, holy F. So with that, that'll be all for this video. Take care. Bye bye.